Hey there, it's John from Heroes and Legends. I have another unboxing for you today. So this is the fourth Magic the Gathering Commander 2015 product that we're going to be opening up and taking a look at. If you missed the series of videos where we looked at the deck lists, you may want to check those out just because we'll go into more detail about the cards there and about the deck itself. This is more of an unboxing, so we're going to open it up, let you guys see what comes with this, what the product looks like, what you can expect when you purchase it. We'll talk a little bit about the deck, of course, but mostly this is a focus on the product. So having said that, let's take a look at what we get. So first off, you get the oversized commander. So this is something that's been part of the product since the beginning. And yeah, some people use these, some people don't. I'll zoom in a little bit so you get a better look there. So yeah, there it is. It's foil treatment, and this is the suggested commander. There's 3 cards in here that could potentially work out as your commander. This is one of them. So this is the main one, probably the best choice. The one they suggest does seem to be the best choice for all the builds. All right. Next we have, let me get this out of here, we do have the rules card, which pretty much comes standard in all the products now. It's stuck at the bottom. There it goes. And it also has this fold out, which, I don't know, these are pretty neat. I mean, they kind of describe the deck a little bit. They give you a deck list. There's usually some nice art on these. And yeah, there you go. So the only thing I will say about this particular one, with the light in so you can see a little better, they don't show where the cards were originally printed, which is something they used to do in the past that I really enjoyed. So there you have it. Hopefully in the future they'll do that again. And of course this tells you a little bit about the suggested commander as well as the other new legendary creature who could be used as the commander. But I like these inserts. I mean, they're pretty cool. So there you go. Get the tray. I mentioned in the other videos, the tray is there. It's not super exciting because if you sleeve your cards, you can't really use it, but it's kind of nice when you open these and you haven't maybe sleeved them yet or put them away yet. At least you have some place to put them in the meantime where they're relatively safe. All right, get the plastic off. And I'll just zoom in here so we can get a good look at the cards. All right, so we'll start off with these tokens. So we get a Lightning Rager. Now, I've said this, and if you watch some of the other unboxings, okay, I'm a little baffled. When they have the same token on both sides of the card, I don't know if they've realized that doesn't really do anything, because if I need a Lightning Rager, okay, there it is. I can't use the other side of the card as the second one. Now, if I have a different token on the other side, well, that makes sense because then I have a choice between maybe a Lightning Rager and something else, and I might need one or the other. But when you put the same thing on both sides of the card, you might as well just have a magic back because you can't use both sides at once. So I don't know, this was just not very well thought out. But there you go. There's a couple tokens like that in a couple of the products. Okay, so anyway, you get an experience token. I mean, this is also double-sided, but it's just kind of a unique thing. So that is what it is. I mean, I guess it could add a magic back or anything you wanted on the back of it. Here's a shapeshifter, and on the back is a shapeshifter. So yet again, same card. Elemental Shaman, on the back is a shapeshifter. Now see, that makes more sense because now I have the choice. I can, if I need a elemental, there it is. If I need a shapeshifter, there it is. This one has a knight on the back, 2/2 for strike knight. This one has another 2/2 for strike knight. This one has another 2/2 for strike knight, 2/2 for strike knight. Quite a few tokens here, and another 2/2 for strike, and same thing. Okay, so those are the tokens. Let's get into the actual cards, and we'll start off. We got Orskov Explorer, Stink Drinker Daredevil, Dawnglare Invoker, Stone Shock Giant, Thundercloud Shaman, War Chief Giant, one of the new cards with Myriad, Herald of the Host, another one of the new cards, basically Sarah Angel with upside, because it has Myriad as well as Flying Vigilance. Same stats, same casting cost. Sandstone Oracle. Sol Ring. You get one of these in every single commander deck they've ever made. and I say this all the time, I'm glad they do that, because this is one of the most powerful cards of Magic, and it's great that they have a venue to continually print these, because they're awesome and they would be very expensive. Boros Signet. Cold Steel Heart. Speaking of expensive, this is kind of a pricey uncommon from Cold Snap. It goes into a lot of commander decks, not a cube, so again, good that they got at least some more copies of this out there. Felwar Stone, originally from the Dark. Lightning Greaves. Mind Stone, another good card. Thought Vessel, this is a new mana trinket. Basalt Monolith, another real strong cube card and card for commander that is an older card. Another good place to get reprints of these are in this type of product. Boros Cluestone. Darksteel Ingot. Worn Power Stone, another real good trinket. Dreamstone Hedron. Curse of the Nightly Hunt. Banishing Light. Faith's Fetters. Rite of the Raging Storm. Fall of the Hammer. Crib Swap. Orm's Thunder. Breath of Daragaz. Meteor Blast. And you get one mountain. There's more coming, I'm sure. And now we kind of get to some of our mythics. This one is the Suggested Commander, Kalaman, Disciple of Erois. And it's interesting because this particular deck, we'll talk more about this once we go through the cards, but it's a very slow, grindy deck, which is unusual for Boros, but the commander itself is stereotypical what you think of Boros, and it's just attack, attack, attack. When this was originally leaked, some people kind of felt that maybe it was weak, but I think with the experience counters, this thing gets crazy pretty quick. I mean, Double Strike Vigilance is hard to contend with, especially at a relatively cheap casting cost. You get a couple experience counters, and all of a sudden it's coming into play as a 4/4, 5/5, 6/6 Double Strike Vigilance. That can be hard to deal with. This is the next new card that's a possible commander for you, Enya Merciless Angel. You will have to play around this a little bit to get this to work for you, but cool card. And finally, we have Griselda, Blade of Gold Knights. I'm trying not to lose my voice here. I'm getting all choked up over this Boros deck. So this, of course, is a reprint from Avacyn Restored, one of the Powerpuff Girls, but this one also can be used as a commander, and it kind of showcases the grindiness of this deck. You also get an Inferno Titan and a Sun Titan. There's a lot of good value there, and an Angel of Serenity. This may be one of the better value decks out of all of them. Some pretty strong cards, and a Magus of the Wheel, which is another card that's already going for a little bit of a price, not a whole lot, but these things are selling for a few dollars. And this is a real cool card, kind of a rift off the Magus cycles that came from the Time Spiral block. This particular Magus gets to kind of cast Wheel of Fortune, so pretty cool. Kelman's Captain, Dawnbreaker Reclaimer, Dream Pillager, Blade of Selves, Tarian Mauler, Desolation Giant, Famuko the Lowblood, Hunted Dragon, Sunrise Sovereign, Hammerfist Giant, Hostility, Jareth Leonin Titan, Victory's Herald, Hamlet Goliath, Arbiter of Knowledge, or I'm sorry, Arbiter of Knoll Ridge, Borderland Behemoth, Magma Giant, Luxodon Warhammer, Urza's Incubator, another interesting reprint, never actually been reprinted. Came out in the Urza's block, can't remember which one it was now. I know it wasn't Saga, it was one of the other two smaller sets. Seer's Sundial, Staff of Nin, Warstorm Surge, Fiery Confluence. Love these confluences. This is a very good one, but they're all pretty awesome, all 5 colors. Disaster Radius, Earthquake, and Ancient Amphitheater. So again, to our non-basic, well, one non-basic. Now here's our mountains. Mountains, 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 plains, 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 and more non-basics. You get a vivid crag, a vivid meadow, and we get a wind-scarred crag. Spit that out. A blasted landscape, Boros Garrison, Boros Guild Gate, Command Tower, Drifting Meadow, Evolving Wilds, Forgotten Cave, Secluded Steppe, Smoldering Crater, and finally a Terramorphic Expanse. So there you have it. Pretty cool deck overall. I think this deck would be really fun to play. Like I said before, it's really unusual. Just the fact that it's Boros, but it's a grindy Boros. It's trying to play big white and red creatures. It's trying to play angels. It's trying to play giants. Really feels like a giant tribal deck more than anything probably, which is actually kind of cool. You're just so used to Boros being small creatures, attack, 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 double strike, first strike, that type of thing. And this is the commander kind of showcases that, but the rest of the cards are all about kind of slowing down the game, making your opponent kind of not be able to do a whole lot of damage to you in the early game or wipe their board in the mid game, and then you just take off with big creatures and just start beating down. So if you like that kind of gameplay, if you like that kind of deck, this is probably the deck for you. If you're a Boros fan, this is definitely going to be a great deck for you. As far as comparing it to some of the other versions, there's not a ton of card draw in this. So like the Izzet deck and the Swell, the Host, which is the Simic deck, those two are the ones that have tons of card draw. If you're into card draw can be very powerful. But keep in mind, in multiplayer games, it doesn't matter as much, because if you start really pulling ahead, you're probably going to catch the wrath of most of the opponents. So there's a little bit of a check and balance that you don't have in a single player matchup. So having said that, this is a cool deck. If you like Boros, if you like giants, if you like big creatures, powering those out and beating down, this will probably be the deck you'd want to choose. So I hope that helps. We'll be back tomorrow with the last deck, which will be the Simic deck, which looks also very, very good. And after that, we'll be back with the 1,000 subscriber update for the channel and celebration. Also have a market watch coming up this week, later in the week. A lot of stuff, so stay tuned. And as always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Have a good day.
Hey, thanks as always for watching. This video, like all my videos, was made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Even a donation of $1 helps me to keep growing this community and creating better quality videos for all of you. Check out our Patreon page for exclusive giveaways and future goals for the channel. If you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, product openings, or finance videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a good day.